Introducing.
It's not Brittany Griner. We didn't have.
Hello, beautiful people. What's happening?
Okay,
Yes.
we got echo.
So
Describe yourself. Give yourself some accolades. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just. He's got all the spliffs.
I, they're right in front of me.
I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a host, and I'm also an educator. Uh, an open mic changed my life, and an open mic is the reason why I am here and met Assad. Assad was the DJ at this open mic at Tapas that I went to. I forgot what year it was.
2011.
Thank you. 2011. And it totally changed my life, and it put me into the Hartford art scene. Uh, like I said, poetry has taken me places I never thought that I would ever go. But I'm here. I'm very blessed. Versatile Poetic comes from MySpace. You know, MySpace, you used to be able to change your name. So it was like Poetic Destruction at one point. I used to change my name. So I put it as Versatile Poetic. And then I went to the Russell open mic. Love Jones at the Russell. Shout out to Peaches, who was the host at the time.
Where smooth that.
Yeah. And I wrote Versatile Poetic on the on the sign up sheet. And it just stuck from there. And then I ran into an old friend who I went to UHeart with, and she's like, "You need to go to this place called Tapas on Wednesdays. It's this open mic. It's more hip hoppy, but it's dope." I said, "Okay." So that Wednesday, I went to Tapas on Asylum
And made a freaking impact.
and performed a poem, and the rest is history. Met people, and like literally anyone who's known in the Hartford art scene was there then, and they're still at it now.
Listen,
That's exciting.
the
Yeah,
Tapas
very.
Open Mic has not only breeded her, but also other well-known artists in the city, such as Tang Sauce, such as Subinet Morales, and so many others, countless others.
I mean, it was life changing. So anyone who does anything, I always tell you, if you want to be a part of something, you have to be in the environment of what you're interested in doing. Even if you're afraid to perform, go. So I always tell people, just go to open mic. I can't stress it enough. Go to an open mic. So for me, there's a dream and a necessity to perform at an open mic in Cali, in Atlanta. You know, that makes sense. I just need an opportunity to perform because I know I'll meet people. If it changed my life in Hartford, Connecticut, I can only imagine what it would do in another state.
That's
So I'm coming for you, Cali and Atlanta. I'll see you soon.
oh yeah, Atlanta, Cali, Detroit, Chicago,
Yep,
Baltimore, Brooklyn.
all of them. I performed in New York. I have performed in Brooklyn. I've performed in at the Norican Cafe. On a
Yeah,
Wednesday night. Funny, it's a Wednesday night. They have an open mic. I performed there before.
South Bronx.
Wait. So here's the thing, though. So we're gonna have to have her perform
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
that. I'm supposed to be looking at the camera instead. I'm looking at you.
Like, you're so not used to in-person shows.
I'm not at all. So this is weird for me because yeah.
Because we have us and we have you guys
So
out there.
yeah. So here's the thing. So our second time baking a car in our lives, but this is our second. No, this is our third in person.
This is our second hot box. This is our
mm,
Third in person.
fourth in person. Because we did two at the local market in Wallingford, and we did two in this very vehicle that we're sitting in.
I want to. Yeah, that's kind of like a thing. So um Well, like I was telling you, originally we are going to be looking at Jackie Onassis's ass, and then Brittany Griner came out of prison. Oh, you gotta like the other stick too.
So we have three in rotation at once.
Shout out to BG. Welcome
Yeah.
home, BG.
Now,
Glad to have you back.
as a lifelong Lady Husky fan, I'm not going to hold it against her that she played with Baylor, and we beat Baylor that year. But
I mean, then there's no reason to hold it against her.
but she is one of the non Husky ladies that I've watched her entire career. She stood out not just because being so tall, but her playing style for her size, her dedication to the sport, her support for the sport, and how much support she has gotten from her male counterparts in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, Brittany Griner. She dunked recently. They said in celebration. What is she? 6'8"?
6'9".
So
6'9".
she kissed Kevin Durant.
That was
on
funny
video today.
in a prank.
Yeah.
It was a prank.
Now, did you see how Kevin Durant, like they were talking about what if Kevin Durant and Brittany Griner had kids? And then I'm like, there's no point on even playing basketball anymore for that time period unless you're on their team.
Probably would have beautiful kids. They'd be extremely tall because he's
Yeah.
a 7-footer too.
It's like the kids that picked Charles Barkley to be their teammate, except Charles Barkley didn't lose his powers to a bunch of cartoon aliens.
Yes, I don't think Kevin's too fond of Charles.
Probably not.
Opinionated Charles, we'll call him. But utilize your platform, I guess. I think people should utilize
God,
your platform,
no,
but don't
God,
abuse
no,
it.
Please, no. I want to remember the old him.
The old
He was a great basketball player. He was vicious on the court.
Charles Barkley.
What?
He's in the top 10 of greatest players to never win a championship.
Yes, he is.
It's not exactly his fault, but I mean, because it's a team effort. But if he had the right players around him, he would have retired with some rings. Shout out to Harper's own Rick Mahorn, who was a teammate of his.
You know what though? So I like the way that LeBron James said, "I'm out of here." So he kind of like quit, workplace that wasn't working for him, and that I feel that should be normalized. You know, when you're not happy somewhere, just quit, go somewhere else.
Well, here's the thing: LeBron James is my favorite player, so well, shout out to LeBron. It's sometimes in life, it's not what you do; it's the way you do it. We don't talk about that much. We talk about it's not what you say; it's how you say it. What about what you do, how you do it? No one ever talks about that. It's kind of interesting concept when you think about it. I just want him to say thank you, Cleveland. That's all. I'm taking my talents to South Beach. It's just the way he did it. But he redeemed himself because he came back and won a championship for Cleveland. So it's but it's the way you get what I'm saying.
You know what's fucked up though? You know how they burnt his jersey? Can you imagine how much the jersey would have been after he came back and won the championship?
Good point.
We got it.
We're like this rotation is serious. Everybody got one.
The Cleveland team up on the championship anthem. It was Bone Thugs and Harmony, Machine Gun Kelly, and Ray Cash, all in one song. All Cleveland natives.
I like how certain, Hartford now maybe. Hartford's getting a lot better with the rap scene and the unity. I hope it kind of stays that way.
I think what will help Hartford in particular, Connecticut in general.
Radio station DJs that play local artists.
Besides that, not chasing trends. Now I understand that drill music is hot right now, right? And you might want to do a drill song, but if you're doing an entire drill album, just remember you're not from Chicago, you're not from the UK, you're not from Brooklyn. They have it right now. We have something else.
Listen, I like that little.
You know what we got?
You know who the girl is? She got the little afro.
Oh,
You thought I was feeling you?
Yeah, you're talking about
Munch
Ice Spice.
I love her.
She's cute.
Now, she's from the Bronx, and the Bronx has their own twist on the drill scene. They do sample-based drill. Drill famously doesn't really use samples as often. If they do, it's like hidden samples. So yeah, Brooklyn being New York, Bronx, Brooklyn, cool.
Wait, what'd you do when Brittany Griner got released from prison?
I was me. I
Yeah.
was. I just felt really happy. I was, I was scared for her because I honestly thought I didn't think she'd do the full 9 years, but I thought she could have been done at least a year or two. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad I was feeling about that. And then I woke up one morning and was like, "Oh, they let her out. They did it." Yes. Now, mind you, in fairness, people, I understand what you're saying. The trade in itself
Yo.
is unfair. Absolutely, because of what she did. You talking about a vape pen for 9 years, and you talking about this man tried to kill people. He already served 11.
Well,
So that's I understand. That's what people are arguing. You know what I mean? Like I get that.
but let's not forget, uh, Trump was offered a trade for same guy and for the Marine, and Trump said, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, but remember the Marine.
Okay.
Nobody gave a shit about the Marine until Brittany Griner got traded. That's one.
Yeah.
And that
Nobody,
Marine broke like all the laws.
nobody,
Yeah.
including
See, I don't
myself.
know the story behind the Marine. I just know the Marines served four
I heard
years.
about the Marine when the trade with Brittany Griner.
Yeah, I only heard about the Marine with the trade with Brittany Griner. Yeah, seriously, I
Do you
didn't
have
hear about it
another
before.
spliff to the rotation?
We only got well, we end up with two at a time every time. Okay.
Okay.
So with a rotation like this, is there underlining rule? Is it like puff puff pass? Like how long do you hold the spliff when everyone has the spliff in their hand? How if it was the three of us with one spliff, what do you do? Do you three puff puff
I
pass?
haven't been following any rules.
I'll be honest
I
with you.
don't either. I'm just
I've
I have to
been
ask.
losing count. So I probably took like 6 off a fucking candy cane. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
So, another thing with the Brittany
Or
Griner,
2.
another thing with the Brittany Griner thing, um, let's not forget, Russia had the upper hand from the moment they arrested her.
Of course, she's a
Because
pawn.
we want her back, but we got to get it back on Russia's terms.
Of course,
they had the upper hand the
of
entire
course. Oh
time.
yeah, that I do know too. Yeah,
If
and no,
that was
that's
Tom Brady, we would have fucking nuked them.
But Russia said the weapons dealer or no deal at all.
If it was Tom Brady, what would we have done? If it was Michael Jordan, what would we have done?
I'll go even further. If it was Brina Stewart, what we would have done.
Yeah, I mean, it would have moved. We know how it would have moved.
Brina Stewart was the top scorer for UConn during the heyday.
Yeah, Breonna Stewart. Yeah, great player.
Okay.
Great player.
But she's white as snow. Well, I mean white. Like she has very very pale skin.
I'm a big supporter of Brittany Griner because I am Brittany Griner in my own sense, as in I'm a black woman, I'm a masculine lesbian. Um, and I have a poem, it's called Triple Bypass, and I'm talking about that. Being black, being a woman, and being a lesbian. That's
three times the oppressor.
3 times, yeah. So
now, do you now it's weird as hell because now we're supposed to be talking about Jackie Onassis' ass here, and you just happen to be here. Brittany Griner gets released from prison. Do you? How did you feel? What did you see yourself in her shoes?
absolutely. If that, I mean, how could I not? Because but at the same time, she played over there in Russia, right? So that's not the first time she had that type of vape pen in her bag. It's one of those interesting things. Did they just so happen to, you know what I mean? Like, so they didn't see it before. She's been playing in Russia for years, people, since 2014. So why this time did this happen?
During her trial, she pleaded guilty and admitted that she packed it accidentally because she didn't even know what was in her bag until they searched and found it.
Really?
That's what she testified in court.
Okay.
I mean, I think she probably bought it and then forgot she was packing it or something. But I mean,
now I don't remember, was she entering Russia or leaving Russia?
She was leaving to come back home. But let's talk about the fact: why the fuck did she have to play in Russia in the first place? It is not her fault. She is underpaid.
Yes, that's a whole nother. That opens a whole nother discussion.
Why is it that there wasn't even a WNBA video game until 2021, and it shared space with NBA 2K?
That's wild.
You have the option to play in a WNBA league, and in arcade mode, you can mix and match. Like, imagine the Mystic playing the Timberwolves.
I'm supposed to be looking at my camera. I'm tired.
Majority of the players in the WNBA are all college educated. I don't think a girl's ever came out of high school and went to the WNBA.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, that's
Think
true.
about it.
Because you got to go through the college basketball, then you go to the NBA. Every single one is. You're 100% correct.
And none of them left. None of them, to my knowledge, none of them left college early to play in the WNBA.
Right.
That's never happened.
I did a high school senior project, and that's what it was about. My thesis was the disparity in pay between the NBA and the WNBA.
Three different greats came straight out of high school: Kobe, Gardner, and LeBron.
Yeah,
yep.
but no,
And they don't let you do that no more in the NBA
You're 100% correct. I mean, you can still probably expect. I know they don't want to do it anymore, but you may see an exception of a male high schooler going straight to the NBA. I've never seen that that's never happened. You're right.
Because of the pay. Yeah, you just not. It's unfortunate, but that's also the WNBA hasn't been around as long. In fairness, we get it, and it's also just society. Men make more money. We're just talking about men making more money in sports. Hello,
when the NBA
you know,
when the NBA was founded, a woman doing anything other than domestic things was even unheard of.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, basketball was created in the 1800s. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, but it was created for women.
Nah, it was.
How much money you want to put on it?
Listen, I'm a basketball fan, and I know the name.
I don't know who it was.
I'm not. I don't bet.
I'm willing to bet you an eighth right now. It was created at the YMCA. Or no, the Y, and it was a male basketball coach for female players.
I'm gonna denounce all of that. It was.
Are you gonna say the Aztecs or the Mayans?
No. It was founded in the 1890s at Springfield College by a native of Canada.
And who were the players?
Men. There weren't. There was. It was it.
I'm sitting back learning. You know, when you don't have any input, you just listen to learn.
Have you been to the Basketball Hall of Fame?
I have. I've been there a couple times. It's in Springfield, Massachusetts. The Basketball Hall of Fame. Go check it out.
Okay, yeah, I can't spell right now. Okay.
As we Google, or
right, they're Googling
or hints
the origins of basketball.
So,
began being played in 1892, 1 year after men's basketball at Smith College in Massachusetts.
It didn't start with women. Women played, but there was no professional league for women.
No. There's something else, though. It's not the league. It was the original game.
The original game was men a year before women. Yes.
That fucking book lied to me. You're right.
Basketball fans out there probably already know this and are laughing their asses off.
Yo, I read this fucking lying ass book, right?
Was the book written by a sports writer?
That's hysterical.
It was written by an inventor.
Not a sports writer.
Yeah.
Was he a sports fan?
Bullshit.
Can I say that later?
He invented a story of women starting basketball.
Wait.
When in fact, women played basketball before they were allowed to play sports like football, rugby, and baseball.
Basketball, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Also, originally, there was no opening on the bottom of the basket. Then they said, this is too slow. They said, why don't I cut a hole in it? So what they used to do, they poked a small hole in it so you had to fish out the ball with a stick. Then they just cut the whole bottom out, sped up the game.
Dang.
I don't even think dribbling was a thing when they first started basketball.
Right, I think I did hear that. That dribbling wasn't originally,
The 3-point line was invented in the 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I have yet to see a 50s basketball game where they even dunked. I think dunking came about in the 60s.
Were they dunking in the 60s? That doesn't seem like...
They were definitely dunking in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't see any dunking in the 50s.
Okay.
That was the early days of NBA.
Do you want me to tell you what I do know about basketball?
Sure, why not?
Chamberlain slept with over 100 women.
I think I heard something like that.
Or something.
I did.
I
heard
10,000 women might have been a lot of women. And he scored over 100 points one time in a game. That is my limited knowledge of basketball.
So you know the freak facts.
I know about
the freak facts.
You know they didn't call him him to stilt because he was tall, right?
Dude. 100 points in a game.
Yeah. It was
Kobe, rest in peace, scored
What was he?
81
What
points
was
in a
he?
game.
7'2", 7'3", something like that. What was his height?
He was at least a 7-footer. I don't know his exact.
He was over 7 feet. Um, to my knowledge, Yao Ming is the tallest to ever play in
he's
the
7'1".
7'1".
So same height as Shaq.
Yeah. I don't know how tall Shaq is.
I loved Yao Ming. Shout out
The
to Yao
tallest to
Ming.
play the
He
game
was
is Yao
dope.
Ming,
Great player.
followed by George Mira's son. No, Manute Bol.
Oh, by the way, so Yao Ming is Asian, in your face, racist ass people. Boom.
So Yao Ming, Manute Bol, George Mira's son. Those are the three tallest players the NBA ever had.
Wait. So the spliff is out. This is emergency. We need a lighter.
Keep in mind, those are the three tallest players. Which one?
Did they have feet problems?
All the spliffs are out.
Which one was born in America?
Oh shit! You saved a life.
Yao Ming, George Mira's son, and Manute Bol. Which one was born in America?
Wait, who?
Yao Ming.
Okay.
Yeah, nope.
Manute Bol.
I don't know who that is.
And George Mira's son.
Which one was?
I'm gonna go with number 2.
Born in America, or not?
George Mira's son is East European. Manute Bol is African, and we already know Yao Ming is I think South Chinese or North Chinese.
I don't know much
if it's
about basketball. To be honest with you.
George Mira's son was in 2 movies. You ever seen Jingle All the Way and then Arnold Schwarzenegger had to fight a tall ass Santa? That was George Mira's son in the Santa outfit.
I think I remember. Okay.
And then he played another movie where he was like, it was like My Giant or some shit like that, and fucking yeah.
It wasn't that movie animated.
No. It
okay.
was a real life movie.
Oh, okay.
So, even though this is completely impossible, what do you think Kevin Durant's and Brittany Griner's children would look like? I think they would be tall as hell and be like a little muscular. Naturally.
If they're girls, they'll lose their edges.
You think so? No, she braids her hair though.
But Kevin.
Yeah, but girls usually inherit.
It depends on what the genes they take from.
Yeah, so I think they'll inherit them.
Yeah, that's what's so beautiful about kids and people.
So they'll have nice teeth.
I was thinking about that the other day. Is like, you look at a human, you came out of a woman's stomach. Like, does anyone ever get that concept? Like, a woman carried you for 9-10 months, and then you made it. I was in the
room for my son's birth, so I witnessed it.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, y'all could
woman. Shout out to all the women in the world. You're superheroes just off the fact that you can carry and give birth to humans. Who's stronger? Okay, stop it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we get all those assistance from you, of course.
Based on my
just teasing.
I completely understand.
Now, shout out to you, Ben, too. You're beautiful. But I'm just, you gotta just gotta like. Man, you're beautiful too. Because without you, we wouldn't be humans wouldn't exist. So you're very important too.
My mom had 3 of us.
Yes, you're. Just saying.
4 out, and it hurt so much.
I don't think my mom had anesthesia with me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I needed 2 stitches down there for my oldest. I told her about that today, and then she said, "How is that my problem?" And I'm sitting there like.
I'm pretty sure she didn't have anesthesia with my sister either.
She ain't gonna have anesthesia when I.
My mom had 4 kids. 4 kids is a lot. I mean, I think, but that's a beautiful number. I was born December 4th. I love the number 4. It's a nice even number. I like the number 4.
I know wait. So you have the same birthday as Jay-Z, right?
I do.
So he's also obsessed with the number 4.
Yes.
444.
Yep. Well, makes sense. And Beyonce, September 4th. You see?
Jay-Z is also into numerology.
Yeah, he's a Sag. That's right. Yeah. If you look up Sages are philosophers. They're honest and truth seekers and speakers. And they're writers. They're authors, they say, and educators.
It's a high question, but how many letters in the word Sagittarius?
How many
Okay, so
letters?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to spell Sagittarius because my phone now autocorrects.
SAG.
Okay, so here we go. I got it. So SAGITTAR.
11. 11
Okay,
letters.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
12.
And that's interesting. Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4,
And this
5,
December.
6, 7, 8, 9,
November
10,
and December,
11.
but I'm a
No,
December
it's
6th.
11.
Oh, it's 11. Okay. I
Okay,
thought it was
so
11.
SAG.
okay, so
I
1,
I had guessed
2.
11 originally.
ARIU. Yeah.
It's 11, right?
1, 2.
You guys are laughing your asses off. We're high as shit.
It's 11. It's 11.
It's 11. Cut me some slack, y'all.
I thought I was being clever, like Jay-Z knew some shit. 11 letters in Sagittarius is 5 letters in Virgo.
Is there 5 letters in Virgo?
Shout out to Nas. He's a Virgo. Pay attention to details, Virgos. It's not a bad thing, but it's dope. They pay attention to details. So, there's a trial going on right now. It's 3 years in this case. Megan and Tori are in court.
Yo!
So, I mean, yeah.
I had a late thought.
You
Sorry to cut you off.
got it. No.
But 5 plus 11 is 16. 16 is, it can be divided as
4, 4, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you add a 5 in there if you don't mind me asking?
4 times 4
16.
Yes. However, so you give me 11. Where did the 5 come from?
The word Virgo.
Because he said 5
Beyonce
letters.
And Jay-Z are a married couple of Virgo and
Yeah.
Sagittarius.
And she's the 4th too, and so is he.
And
it's
they're
interesting.
both born on the 4th, 4 months apart.
Right. She's born in September. He's December 4th. So, Jay-Z and Beyonce, when I meet y'all, we'll look back at this video, and I'm going to be talking about when I meet you, and say, "Hey, my birthday's December 4th."
Jay-Z, I'm gonna take the dinner, not eat, and just ask you about what's the deal with the number 4 because I know you're into numerology.
Right. Can't wait to talk about those 4s and how y'all feel about it.
If I was Jay-Z and someone said dinner with whoever and the money, I would take the money.
Oh yeah, that question that was going around. Jay-Z said, "I know, right?" He would say, "Take the money too."
It's cheaper to buy VIP tickets to a concert than it would be to. I mean, so you can take the 50,000, probably spend 5,000 to get VIP tickets to the concert.
Yeah.
And meet him there, and still walk off with 45K. And you make it work. Ask him the same question.
Yeah, I'd want to meet him though. No, if I had an opportunity, because yeah.
Why is the number 4 so important in it plays such a role in your trajectory, your life, and your viewpoint?
How many kids?
Just because we have the same birthday, if somebody asked me to meet you or take the money, Jay, I gotta meet you, of course. Just to ask the question.
Once he answers that question, I'll leave.
Just to say we have the same birthday.
I got philosophical knowledge from Jay-Z. Bucket list.
I think it's because my kids are related to him that I take it for granted.
That's so dope.
How do Michael Jackson's uncles feel when their brother just took off and moved to LA?
Can't make that call.
Or sister. I mean, I'm sure Catherine has siblings.
Who? Oh, Catherine.
Can I see the lighter? Thanks. So, lighters and pens are the most 2 stolen items ever. You know, if you have a lighter right now, it's like, is it really your lighter? Like, what's the story behind your lighter? Where did you get it from? How long have you had your lighter? That's the question.
Lighters are like hoes. It's they're not really yours. You're just the next person in rotation.
I think Vic is secretly proud of this.
I'm crying. I always wanted to come up with a lighter and pen business, like some way. I swear, because I guess I'm thinking, what is the most rotated stuff? What could you do?
Vic makes both of them.
I know.
How come they don't have them little Apple trackers on pens?
Imagine if
Right, that would be
imagine if
funny.
Sharpie started making lighters.
True, they don't have any. We do. I'm just saying, lighters and pens. How long have you have a lighter? The story. What's the story behind the lighter? How long have you had the lighter? How did you get the lighter?
I remember when Obed stole my lighter, and it took me a couple months, but I stole it back.
What was the best lighter you ever had? Ooh,
The
I like
one
that
that
question.
said, "Be the change you want to see in the world."
Nice. I think I had a Zippo once. It's the style.
Oh
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
if,
I
dope.
had a Zippo
oh,
Like
if
once.
probably the
Zippo
best.
started making
It's probably the
pens,
best light
Vic
I've
would
ever
lose
had.
his shit. If Zippo started making pens.
That'd be kind of dope.
Zippo, hope y'all watching this.
Maybe.
Just saying, yeah, lighters and pens. Those are the two. And you know what's interesting? I don't like about education. Why have we stopped teaching cursive in school? Like the thrill of a signature is so dope. Like when I meet Jay Z and I ask for his autograph, it's so dope that he'll be able to cursively write it on something for me.
And
This generation in the future is not going to do that. What are they going to do? Is it going to be digital? Is it going to? It's going to be in print. Is it going to be initials? What is that? I don't like that. The concept. You should know how to write in cursive. Like like it's. I don't know. This girl was telling me at the office for the doctors that you put a check in the box and the box does your signature for you. So you check the box and it does the signature. So it's technology going to take over that. There'll be no more autographs, I guess.
So
It'll be digital.
Visa actually uh, conducted a study and say that no one writes their signature the same way every time. It changes depending on your mood, your age, how much
Yeah, I
time has
get that.
passed since your first one. If you're in a hurry, it always looks
Right.
different. It never looks the same.
I love this shit.
Yeah. That's that's amazing. Yeah, I don't know.
So making signatures more of a formality. Like
Can I use some lighter?
Sure.
I gotta hit this shit like a crack pipe.
don't say that.
No, that's what it feels
It's a one
like.
hitter.
But it's a one hitter.
It's my weed pipe.
It's a one hitter. How many hits can you get out of it?
A couple.
Yeah, like what? How many hits to like? How many? Here's the question: how many hits to the quitter?
You can actually get more than one hit out of any one hitter. I used to have one that looked like a cigarette, but it was really a weed pen.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've
I was
seen those.
19. It was right after I started smoking.
Why did you wait so long to smoke?
I believed the propaganda in high school that weed made you dumb. And then after I graduated, I found out the smartest dude in my class smoked every day, every single morning.
You weren't the smartest dude in your class?
I was the second smartest whenever I had a class with him.
You sure?
Also, I didn't do a lot of homework, so I wasn't getting a passing grade, but I answered all the questions in class.
I can see that.
So yes, I did slack off in high school, but it wasn't due to weed. It was due to adjusting to a social life I never had before.
Oh shit.
I was a basketball player,
Wait,
so I didn't
guys.
get high till I was 19 too.
I'm sorry. We got a cut for a commercial break that I completely forgot about.
We got to come back to the Tory Lane situation.
Oh yeah, because y'all didn't. I didn't. Yeah. Yep.
We'll be right back. Side note, please subscribe to Kimura's Patreon. If you subscribe at the $18 level, you can help bail out activists like me, but I'm staying out of trouble now again. So
Shout out to the KCC. See.
Practicing and living in community means that we're responsible to ourselves and others. It means that we're committed to engaging humbly and bravely with others who we may not agree with, but who share a similar worldview. Tensions and conflicts are gifts that allow us to grow together. Join our peaceful revolution.
hi guys, I'm back, and please make sure to subscribe because that bail money always comes in handy.
Now, it has become so smoky in here that our light is no longer bright enough. So let's get this way. It's a little better for the front seat. Reverse, we can still see you a little bit.
What the fuck am I doing? Oh, wait.
You know what? I'm gonna roll up again.
Yeah.
You roll with another one.
Where the hell is my pink lighter?
She has the lighter.
I do have a lighter. See, and if you don't be, and you know what's funny with a lighter? It's like you just naturally put it in your pocket, put it, you know, it's amazing.
All right, hey, shout out to Be Real because he got his show the Hot Box where they do exactly this but in a Cadillac and they're interviewing celebrities. We have a celebrity. We have a couple celebrities in the car right now, but it's a different kind of celebrity.
We're well, you're kind of like E-list.
Yeah, I'm locally known. I'm not quite famous in local, but people know who I am and show me respect when I'm around. I need to promote more.
I'm more like G, maybe H, high H, low G.
I think at this point, versatile, you're a little bit higher because you're always all over the place. I mean, you were in a play for crying out loud.
Yeah, it was dope. I played Can in Daisies in Harlem's on Harlem's doorstep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cherie Salem. It's her play. I got to play Can twice in a stage reading in 2018 at the Carriage House. That was really cool. And then I played Can again at the Norwich Arts Center February 2020 before we got locked up in the pandemic. Okay, before we were closed in. Blessed for the opportunity to at least do that. It's like we were shut down the next weekend. You know, it was over a weekend. It was 3 days. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday show. Can is a 1920s bull dagger who wants a white girl.
That's what happens when you Google my name.
Out there.
There's so many. Oh,
That's so dope when you Google yourself, you know, and you see what's it's
yeah. It's like if everybody in the car fucking Googles themselves right now, they're gonna come up with the best shit.
right. That you can't escape. So yeah, I'm blessed to do what I do. I love my community, if that makes sense. You know, I know again you too because of community, and it shows you the importance of community.
So what do I Google with your name? Because the problem is,
So it's versatile, poetic, with a IQ at the end. Correct.
Yeah, it's the poetic is the cute. It looks like poetique. You can say poetique if you want, but I say poetic. Yep.
Yeah.
And you're just missing a. It's an A in between. That E's an A.
okay. So we go. Hey, Google.
I don't know if I've ever Googled my.
You should always Google yourself because you want to make sure that the results are always correct, and if not, then sit there and
Yeah, no, it's true. And I always think of that with names. People out there who have the same name as you.
Because your shit apparently looks amazing.
That's on Google?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at you.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't.
Flyers, professional, anything you were tagged in on Facebook, pretty much.
Okay.
That's Pinterest right there.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't Googled myself, so I didn't know it's like. It's interesting. Yeah, no, like I said, poetry has taken me places I've never thought I'd go, especially with performing poetry is one thing, that's what got me here, but hosting different things off of the poetry. Does that make sense? The dance battles is a whole thing. Shout out to the dance scene, CT dance scene, Studio 860. Everybody who dances in CT, shout out to you. Dancing is so beautiful. I love the atmosphere, the environment. Yeah, the expression of dance. I just absolutely love it. I always will do my two-step. I'm a free spirit, Sagittarius, you know how we are. So
everybody can see right now your Google results. I know it's
Oh, Artists of Color Accelerate. Please apply, folks. You have till December 17th. I had a great experience with that. Shout out to all the fellows who were involved. Reverend Lydell Brown, Andre Rochester, Dr. Shelley D. Best, that whole community. I had my first professional shoot. I've never had a photo shoot before. So if I wasn't a fellow, I never would have had that picture. You get it? So it's just good to content, you know. I went in there, my hair was like braided, and I just took my hair out at the shoot, so that's why it has that look. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was a great experience. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Justice comment, what's the real word for that?
Right. One thing I like about the word versatile, you know, that word you can't. It's never an insult. You can't be like you versatile as a diss. You can't say that word and diss somebody. It's literally trying to diss someone to say versatile.
The concept of
You can't.
versatility is so, it's so like everyone strives to be versatile in anything they do.
Right. Right. So that's what I'm blessed to do. What I do with the teaching, with the hosting, with the performing.
While rolling the L.
Yeah. What I do is versatile. My lifestyle is very versatile.
No,
it's beautiful. So yeah, what's next? Like I said, shout out to the KCC. Like I went on an RV for 10 days in 2020 Black Art Heals tour.
Nice.
With 5 other people. 10 days. I went to Montgomery, Alabama. Oh, New Orleans is beautiful. The aesthetic of New Orleans. Met this cute dog, cute little chihuahua. Gave the dog my $1 and went back to his owner. He's playing the drums on his thing. It's on my Instagram. You can see it. It's fire. That's so awesome. Cute. It's cute. Yeah. I'd definitely go back to New Orleans. First time ever seeing children busking. Like, because in New York, like, there's busking, but it's street performance. It's a lot of that in New Orleans. Down, Bourbon Street area.
Comes from the French do that. They have mimes. They have
I love it.
Human robots, statues, everything.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Shout out to New Orleans. You got to get down there. But yeah, Montgomery, going to the Slave Museum, just the dirt in the jars was something to see in the name and the date. You know, that was a whole experience in itself. Life changer for sure.
Dirt in the jar. Explain that.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not just
dirt in the dirt in the jar at the museum was when slaves were lynched. The dirt from when they were the lynchings was in jars and their names and the dates. Yeah. Yeah. And in the at the memorial, what was chilling was, what they're showing you is as long as a coffin. Some pillars a lot of them were standing. But then as you walk through, they start to get higher and higher, and they're hanging, and you're walking under them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that feeling,
that shit actually happened.
Right. So So it's like I said, it's an experience. I'm gonna definitely check it out.
Over stuff in this thing.
Yes, you are.
A 5 points was dope in ATL. Go check out the Outcast mural. It is amazing.
I will when I get
definitely there. If you get out there.
Shout out to my family. Shout out to my sister if you're watching.
Shout out to my fam in Alpharetta.
Well, later watching.
And if you're in Georgia, I'd like to shout out.
We started like an hour late.
Atlanta, Philly, Italian pasta and subs. Go check them out for you folks who are in Georgia. It's in Morrill, Georgia. It's about 15 minutes from the airport. They make really dope grinders, pastas. They have desserts, a lemonade. A friend of mine, she owns it. It's been about almost a year and a half now. They started in July. So yeah, and you can follow them on Instagram. Atlanta, Philly, Italian pasta and subs, 1510 Georgia, Morrow. Check them out. Oh, they even have vegan, and they have the home of the 2-foot sub. You can get a vegan sub and vegan pastas too. So yeah, definitely check them out.
Shout out my Atlanta people.
You're right. Support black owned, of course. Black-owned businesses.
Atlanta has a Hartford Day. I found out
Really?
every third September they celebrate Hartford Day because of the hundreds of residents that originate from or have family in the greater Hartford area.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
I
When
think
is that day?
over 300 live there originally from the greater Hartford area, and they have family here still. And there's others that travel back and forth from Connecticut to Atlanta.
Right.
So they have a small celebration called Hartford Day,
Cool.
and even the city is officially dubbed the third Saturday of every year in September, Hartford Day.
Never knew. See, life is about learning something new every day. That is what I learned new today.
That's
Hartford Day
So,
in
so
Atlanta.
have you crossed into North Carolina?
I've been to North Carolina before. Yeah,
So,
I have family in North Carolina, in Eden. Yeah, and on the RV we stopped in Raleigh. Yep. I like North Carolina. I like the South. I was Southern people birthed me, so I like Georgia's, South Carolina's. I like Virginia's. I like the DMV.
DC.
Maryland, Virginia. Yeah, DC. Yep. All those places. I will visit you soon. Put it in the universe. I'll see you soon. Every place we're talking about, I'm gonna go to.
I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Richmond, Virginia. If I had to choose, I would work and party in Atlanta, but live in Virginia. Richmond, Virginia is a beautiful, like
It is nice,
it's a beautiful
but
city.
on the RV, it was some racist bull crap when I was there. I went to the
That's
Robert
some,
E. Lee statue.
yeah.
So to
So
see that aftermath, and
so
literally being there, people were arrested within 20 minutes. They
that
were
was
camping outside the statue. They've been there, and the cops just come over. It was ridiculous. And met this guy who's an activist. He rolls up on us with some weed. We're smoking. We stand there. Within 20 minutes, they arrested him just because he's a well known activist out. It was crazy. And they're like, we've been up here for a couple of days. It's for it's a table, it's a tent for resources for protesters. Y'all are tearing the tent down and arrested the guy in the street. I've never seen anything like that in my life. And to experience that, I'm like, we're at this statue, first time. Remember, this is on the RV Black Art Hills tour. Within
so I've been
20 minutes of getting to Richmond and seeing the statue, I'm seeing people get arrested across the street
so,
right at the statue, yo.
it's some
Okay, Richmond, that's how y'all get down? I don't like that. So y'all left a real bad taste in my mouth. Now, since you removed the statue,
yeah.
but I'm just saying I didn't like that experience. That was real
So
uncomfortable
so so you and I had
and
very
disgusting.
very polar opposite experience in the same city.
Mind you, I've been to Richmond before in other times, but I'm just saying it's my last experience with
Yeah.
Richmond.
So my last time in Richmond was actually in 2019. Past that same Robert E. Lee statue because it's on the main road, and no one gave a shit. We stopped and looked at it. People looked at us funny. But then they saw the Connecticut license plate on the Prius. Oh, okay, tourist.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
on a Prius. Holy
So
shit.
yeah,
so,
it's
so,
wild.
so
You go to
at the
different
time, a
things.
tank officer driving a 2012 Prius, and
And shout out to
me,
Bang Bang Dollar Tang.
him, and Machine Gun Pop, we all took a road trip from Connecticut to Richmond, Virginia, in that Prius, taking turns driving.
Okay, that's
So
what's up.
okay,
And he's
shout out.
got the song to a
The second
Tank's
album
Prius
is
song.
out. We did the play, and a friend of ours from the Artist Collective, Peter LeBlanc, Barry saxophonist. Shout out to Peter LeBlanc.
Hey,
He's a former UHart grad, and he worked
oh,
around the Artist Collective for a hot minute.
is it lighter?
Um, he is now a part-time club. He's a co-owner of a club in Richmond, and they were booking acts from DC because his co-owners from DC, so he's booking acts from DC, from Richmond, and all of that. So he decided to call up Tank Sauce and said, "Yo, you want to come represent Connecticut in Richmond?" He said, "I bet." Called me. He said, "I bet." I called Machine Gun. He said, "I bet," and we hit the road.
Oh, that's what's up.
The GPS said it was 10 hours and 48 minutes. We got there in 10 minutes. 10 hours and 25 minutes.
Okay.
With of course pit stops and smooth
Mm-hmm.
breaks because you can smoke in Tank's car.
That's what's
So,
up.
I mean, I grew up with a Christopher Columbus statue, and I was bitching before it was cool.
Mm,
My Facebook post would prove it.
respect that.
But yeah, Richmond is a completely different animal. Um, I would imagine that I'd be the only one bitching until about maybe 2020.
Oh, before we forget, Megan and Tory Lanez.
Yo, so they gave her immunity.
So that means she can't get in trouble.
Hmm.
Okay.
That also means that she can go to jail if she does not testify because she
Mm,
no longer has the Fifth Amendment right due to immunity. They did that to Aaron Hernandez, baby mom, before.
mm.
So Megan has to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and it's
And even
clear.
can I borrow the lighter?
Yep. Didn't she testify today?
Yes.
Here,
And the thing is, though, she's required to testify. She cannot invoke her Fifth Amendment right because she was provided immunity.
and this is stemming from what exactly? Because I don't want to speculate.
I don't know. I guess
So,
maybe they thought she wouldn't testify or something.
so here's what happened. It turns out that she admitted that she purposely lied to the police about what happened to her.
What you mean?
She was in fear that even after getting shot, that the whole George Floyd thing was happening at the time. She didn't want to get anybody else killed by the police, so she lied to save their lives. And she has now admitted that.
So what did she exactly? What did she think she lied about exactly?
That glass cut her foot, that there was no gun in the vehicle. When it was clear that it was bullets in her feet, that's when they found the gun.
Oh, so she's saying she said glass cut. Oh, cut her foot.
Explaining why
Why
she was
her feet
bleeding.
was? Oh, but of course, obviously, it's obviously got gotten shot.
So
Oh,
also her
I
le-
see.
also her legal defense team has now said in their opening statement that Megan and Tory had a sexual relationship,
Yeah.
which she lied on Gail King about.
What she said it didn't. They didn't.
Gail King asked her. She said no, they never did.
Oh wow. Okay.
Why did she lie about it?
These are reports that, of course, they're coming from the same rumor mills like Shade Room and Media Knockout,
Yeah, but
Daily
the
Tip,
thing is,
whatever.
though, I mean, so just working as closely as I do with the media, right? I can tell you that the media doesn't print just anything. Well, maybe Fox News, I'm not sure. Um, but even then,
Where's the letter?
the
I'm
most
crying.
biased sources are still based in some truth.
Truth.
Where's the letter?
I don't
Certain
have it.
sources, like the Huffington Post, when I've dealt with them, took great care to verify all their sources. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. That's my fault.
Keep going.
Hey, I need it too.
The Hartford Current verifies their sources, NBC, WTNH. Yeah, like they all kind of they got to watch the video first, because they don't want to look stupid.
Yeah.
So
Because was this caught on camera? Is there video of this?
I don't think this video just reports
I don't
from
think
the
so.
courtroom.
Okay.
yeah, so
So,
if
any trial, any criminal trial, any kind of public trial, they cannot lie about what's being said in the courtroom.
right,
Right.
but also Megan made a false statement to police by saying that glass cut her foot, according to your description.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meaning,
She hurt her credibility.
Right.
it doesn't matter if her their credibility or not. Okay. But here's what's gonna happen. So the reason she was given immunity from making a false statement to police.
Right, that would be the charge because you can't make a false thing. Okay, so that's what she gets the immunity for doing
You
that.
cannot
Yeah.
fuck with the LAPD.
Words Rodney King.
Rest in peace,
Word to
Rodney
Biggie
King.
Smalls.
Here you go.
Oh yeah, him too. I'm talking about like police brutality.
Watch the documentary.
I've watched so many, and we all know. But
Yeah. So yeah,
So,
even if it
so
wasn't LAPD, you just don't
no,
do
they
that.
were complicit in the cover up.
I'm talking about Megan, not Biggie.
yeah, it's a tough
Oh,
spot
oh.
if with and it seems a lot has come out with that. You know what they're doing now because they got her and the best friend got into a fight. They got the best friend slept with Tori too. Then they put in Ben Simmons' name and this is in it, and
It's something about short men.
And
somebody
there's
who's
a rumor that it wasn't him that pulled the gun out, but it was the friend, and
the friend, right?
Tori was trying to
Ben
reference
already,
him
and
from
I'm not
him.
saying it was you, Ben, because Ben already exonerated his names and his false
That's a
accusations.
rumor that
I'm just
I
saying what
haven't
happened.
seen in print yet, but it's something that's being talked about. Is a possibility that Tori was wresting the gun from someone else. And Tori said out loud that how could he have a gun wearing swim trunks?
And rumors has it was like a fight about Tori was flirting with Kylie, and Kylie asked Megan to leave because she was acting belligerent. Then they get into the fight in the van, and next thing is, So again, I don't know the truth. I'm just going with what they're saying and what I've read.
Mind you, all three, anyone that was in that video, minus the driver, maybe, all of them were intoxicated. Tori, Megan, and the
Yeah.
friend, everyone was drunk.
Yep.
Megan don't smoke, so she was definitely drunk.
She don't smoke.
She doesn't smoke.
That sucks.
She's a college girl. She's actually currently going for her PhD.
I know.
I like that a lot. I love her graduation photos.
She's literally in college
But
while
shout out to Meg.
having a budding rap career.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes,
Definitely shout out to Meg.
we want
Sorry, the situation's happening.
me.
Shake
And
that
Tori too,
fucking
actually, because I like your
ass.
music.
Me as a
I'm
hip
just
hop
sorry both
fan
of y'all
and you
got in
as
this
someone that
situation.
positive
I like both.
education want
I like
Megan
both of them. Generally, they don't bother me at all.
game and win and success and everything like
Shout
that.
out to y'all. Hope
But
y'all
this
have peace
trial
and healing from this.
everything like that, this mess. I mean,
It's messy. Yeah, this is
I
somebody
didn't.
losing, people losing
I
money.
gotta admit, I was like all Tory Lane for a hot second, but then I was like, wait a minute. And then you put that album out, and then you're like, wait a minute. But then
It's a terrible
Then
situation.
Megan went live and was like, well, wait a minute. So I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back. Yeah, it's a terrible situation. Either way, and I'm not in a predicament to take sides. I wasn't there. There's just two celebrity people that don't bother me. I like his music. I like her music. I generally like both of them. It's just a sad situation, so I just wish them peace and healing from it. But like I said, somebody's gonna lose money, and it sucks. Friendships might be ruined, but that's what happens when you get in the bedroom.
Not to mention
The foundation is the bedroom, people. When you get intimate and people don't know how to control their feelings and emotions and what you are, things happen. Add a little alcohol to it, gets dangerous. And that's ultimately the situation. And now we're watching it, and it's in court, and it's made public. That's it.
Whatever happens, they should both get intensive therapy. Therapy. Everyone should have.
Everyone should have therapy. I'm
My
with you.
therapist has a therapist.
Megan's definitely gonna need
Probably
it
'cause of
because
me.
she openly stated the effects of being shot that she still has to this day.
Yeah, PTSD, of course.
Not only PTSD and anxiety, but she physical effects. She lost some sensation in her left foot, and she still has pain in the back of her feet to this day.
Wait. I just thought about this. She's a fucking college girl, yo.
Yeah.
Who got shot?
Yeah.
Stilettos.
It's traumatic. It's traumatic. Yeah.
There's
It's terrible.
whole rap and dancehall songs talking about knees like Megan. I have a song that's literally called "Knees Like Megan."
Jesus.
Wow.
and it's all dudes on the song. Elephant Man has a Megan song. Busta Rhymes shout out Megan Thee Stallion on the song. With Vibes Cartel on the same song. And Vibes is shouting out Nicki Minaj.
No,
Yeah, of course and that sucks. I know, and it's terrible. And it's terrible that they utilize that, and that happened to her. In retrospect, how do you think it makes her feel? And she had the traumatic incident happen to her. But that's
But think about it now. Now you have fucking Maxwell of all people getting low on camera. Now they're saying he's the king of Megan Lee's. It's become a meme.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, her music is still selling because she
No,
is
Meg's
the
dope.
hit.
Yeah, Meg's dope. Like I said, shout out to Meg. She's
If
dope.
you're dope enough, somebody's gonna copy.
Of course, it's always gonna be. That's and copy. Isn't that the theme? Yeah. What is viral? What is everything? Everything's a mockery and a copy of something else. When you think about it, it's all about copying.
Was rocking Jerry Curl still after NWA? I mean, Jerry Curls was a thing in the '80s, but there was just to get on. There was people not from California rocking Jerry Curls, thinking that's how you get on like NWA.
You still don't want me talking about that, do you?
Talking about what?
You know what?
I don't think he had a Jerry Curl. He's bald headed.
You know who I'm talking about.
I'm not gonna say his name. Anyway,
I heard if you say his name 3 times, he'll mention me on Twitter.
We're not doing this. He follows my brother. Don't do this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nah.
Do I know this person?
Yeah, you do.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
You probably met him.
He hates me on a first name basis.
Oh, well, I don't want to know that person then.
That man knows my
I don't want to know that person.
Name.
I know this person.
He has pictures of me on his CD.
I know this person that hates. I don't want to know this person. This is going a different way.
He has pictures of me on his camera roll.
Oh my God.
What? On his camera roll. I'm not saying any name.
More than one celebrity.
I'm not.
Pictures of me on their camera roll.
Yeah, I'm not in this to say any names.
He's been to Hip Hop Fest.
Okay.
No, don't.
I'm not saying.
It down.
What? Say it again.
That narrows it down. He's been to Hip Hop Fest. He's been
as a headliner.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm not guessing. I'm not going to say any names.
You probably met him.
I'm not saying any names. But, okay.
Misogynistic as fuck,
though. Oh. It was it how
where's
it's like how recent.
Where's the lighter?
I have it. Let me do this. It's one of those moments.
Take a hit just to get by.
So fucking obvious. Sorry. I would like to be on your podcast sometime. I'm DJ Stowe. You did wonders for Jaleel White.
That's so funny.
All right.
Do you remember when everybody found out he was having a baby with his side chick?
I'm not saying anything.
There. People are still watching. Let's talk about it.
Should we?
It's on you because he knows who you are. Look,
I'm just listening.
See, you know what it is?
Who's watching? Does it show you who's watching? Oh, wait, you said, okay.
You know what it is?
Cool to see.
It's like the same people that won't let go of R. Kelly. But this is a similar yet smaller but.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the one who brought that shit up to you in the first place.
Because R. Kelly's music makes me uncomfortable now, and I was a big fan of his growing up.
He was talking about people our age, and now we're adults.
But now this rapper that we're going to talk about, she's going to talk about, and we're going to listen.
I ain't going to talk about him. Fuck him.
Fuck who? You already sang one of his songs.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. It's probably the only song you know it is, too. You're back here bewildered, aren't you?
I'm just listening. Like I said, I'm taking it all in.
So do you know who we're talking about?
I have an idea. I'm not saying any names until y'all say the
You
name.
got
Don't
free,
ask
you have
me.
free reign to say.
No, I don't say any names. I won't say the name until y'all say the name. Don't put me in this game.
I'm not saying the name.
I'm not saying the name
Hello,
either.
Mr. Green.
Fuck you.
Hi, you know who she is. You met my brother. You were cool with him. No, I'm not.
I
I'm
can't
not.
front. I can't be fake, yo. I'm sorry. Like, no, I don't like him.
Okay, so
He's misogynistic.
we've talked about him on this show before.
He is a misogynist.
Talib Kweli.
Justice for Rez or for Reese. I don't know how the
Her
fuck you
name is
pronounce her name.
Reese.
Okay, Justice for Reese.
Are you high?
Yo.
Now, you know what's funny about that question? Asking someone, "Are you high?" on a "You High, Getting High" podcast live. Of course, we're high.
Hey, Jason, count that. Do they equal 4 in some kind of equation?
Jay-Z will enjoy this when we meet him. I can't wait to play this back.
Jay-Z will probably be like, "What the fuck is this?"
He'll enjoy it because he's in it.
So Talib Kweli.
Oh my god, I told you not to say his name, yo. I hate
said
that
it already.
man. Well, I don't hate him. I just dislike him.
Okay,
He's an annoyance.
So Talib Green, who was born to middle class black educated parents,
Grew up in the relatively safe neighborhood of Park Slope, Brooklyn.
which borders Fort Greene.
Yes. Who showed up on stage the other day with Elon Musk
And Dave Chappelle. Oh,
And
Dave.
Dave asked Elon while Talib Kweli was on stage to reinstate his Twitter, and Elon agreed, which set off which I feel so bad for my emoji, yo. She felt so triggered. Like, you saw her tweets, I felt so bad for her.
I feel bad for most that Yasin Bey. I feel bad for him.
Nah, he still chills with him. He co-signs his shit. He's cool, man. He only does that to women, I'll be honest with you.
No, I feel bad for him because they recently dropped Black Star 2. And we've been waiting for over 20 years for it.
It'll get spent.
They recently dropped that?
Yeah.
Oh.
But then along came an old video from 2018, and Talib is heard saying the words "fuck Connecticut."
Yeah, and that's where yep.
And
so it's not my fault.
Connecticut.
Why are you dissing us? You know, I mean, listen, you gotta rep where you're from in life, and I think.
But who posted the "fuck Connecticut" video?
Who? Yeah, who posted the video?
Was he with Dave Chappelle?
No. Oh. I don't think anyone famous posted that first. It wasn't you this time. Although the talk of the town was you did it. And someone hearted that. Where do we go?
Yeah, no, I know. Someone hearted this. I have this. I'm looking for a lighter.
So.
Oh, it was Bubby Marie. Hi, Bubby.
Talib Kweli is yes, everything you said. He has a story past of misogyny, toxic behavior towards women.
Current behavior. He's currently harassing a black woman on Instagram.
And
that's horrible.
That was big news at the time, and then it disappeared once Talib Kweli's Twitter disappeared.
Yeah, but he just took it over to Instagram.
Didn't he post a picture of you eating some fish or something like that?
It was a chicken wing.
Petty. The petty things people.
I posted it, but the thing is, though, I'm a dickhead, so I like the attention.
And then he reposted.
I'm in roast groups, So I kind of get off when I get people upset like that and I argue with them on the internet. I love arguing with Republicans. It's a sick addiction. It gives me an adrenaline thrill. And I feel so bad for people that argue with me and want logic because I just want to get off on. I'm a troll. Holy shit, I'm a troll, yeah.
Now, me,
And that's, it's funny. You got to own that, and that's good. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, like
Because it's how you utilize it, though.
I got blocked by Dana Loesch of the NRA, and I'm so fucking proud of that fact because when she was sitting there going after the Marjorie Stone Douglas kids, I was trolling her.
Yeah, and the politics is rough. It's rough. You know, shout out to anybody who wants to even participate in that. And we live that politics.
among
You
your
know,
posts is a
but some are
picture.
more on the front lines than others. Can I put it that way? You know, play your role, know your role, play your part, indulge in, as long as you're not hurting people. And, everybody's not going to agree, but it's just don't hurt people. You want to be in your corner, be in your corner. Don't hurt people, don't spread hate. If you hurt people, spread hate, I don't like you. If you fit in any category, you know.
Now, me, the musician, I have this thing. Growing up, among the music that I was consuming that was alternative was everything from Raucous Records, and that included Mos Def and Tyler Quali. So now,
Yeah.
on an influential standpoint, my taste in hip hop, my approach to the culture, my role in the culture, how much I love the culture. Talib has been part of that musically.
Yeah.
Now, what he represented in his lyrics seemed to be the antithesis of how he's actually living, which would make him fraudulent.
Like most police, because 2 out of 5 beat their wives.
Yet he's uplifting women in his songs, and I'm a fan of Reese's music too. Her first album was dope, and I was like, where the fuck did she go after that?
Everything was lost when she rebuffed his sexual advances in a pool in Puerto Rico, according to the emails.
And that's fucked up.
Damn.
The emails are still online.
We lost out on a potential.
What? Well,
I would say that Reese was primed to be the heir to the throne that Lauren Hill left as a singer. She was like before Poetry, but next gen Erica Badu all rolled in one. One small Philly chick with dreads when dreads wasn't cool yet, but it was cool on her. There was a
he
time
said
where it
when
wasn't cool to
dreads
have.
wasn't
There was
cool
a
yet.
time where
Woo!
dreads wasn't cool. Everybody.
Oh, I hit it once. Why not?
I had long gone with the braids. I had started my locks. Reese had locks. I love their music.
Can we talk about? Did you guys see the screenshot? No, you didn't. Not see the screenshots.
Which screenshot?
The where his wife said to the people on Twitter, "Better you than me." No, she said he is a great debater. Better you than me. And then it came out that he was having a baby with his side chick, and they had been separated for over a year.
Oh.
That's when he was arguing with Maya Moody.
I guess it was a good thing he wasn't too famous yet because his baby would have been aired a long time ago. Talib Kweli's always been in the game, always been considered a dope MC. There's a point where Jay Z looked up to him as the next level of lyrical ability. So
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Talib Kweli is it's like the Red Cafe, but for lyricism. He's that quiet influence that doesn't quite make it like superstar status, but is always around, always in some kind of light.
Yeah, and no, yeah, yeah.
Has dedicated fan base, dedicated following,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's an
for a
unfortunate
so-called
situation.
conscious artist, well, a sizable female fan base until recently. Now everything.
So my kids, well, I think my daughter is the only Gen Z who knows who he is.
And that's okay. There's a lot of rappers who so entire career died before I ever even heard of them. Like, and then older people like, you never heard of such and such?
True that.
It's like, who's Egyptian Lover? You know who Egyptian Lover is? Egyptian Lover is a fucking pioneer. Young me didn't know. Radio wasn't playing it. No one was talking about it.
Always the times you learn what you didn't know.
You
What you
ever
know now, you remember you learning.
you ever
There you
notice
go.
it? Have you ever been to the club? I mean, I don't know what it is in New York these days. I haven't been to a New York club in a hot minute. But at least in most places, you go to a club, you don't hear a lot of brand new music being played. You hear a lot of classics or remixes of classics, a couple of top 40 hits, and that's it.
But not new.
Well, I mean, it was public, so
I'm
Wow, he really posted that.
you really got under that man's skin.
Yeah, you did.
no. Here's what his wife said.
Which
This is when he was harassing Maya Moody.
tell this is Peter. He greatly did words. I'm sorry, but I'd rather he do it online than to me.
I
Wow.
live in paradise too.
Oh no, no,
Wow.
they were separated for over a year. He was having a baby with his side chick at this point, and apparently he had. It came out that he had also fucked Sarah J.
Now, I can compare Talib to a lot of people who have been influential in the game and have flip flopped and make you question why you support him in the first place. But I follow FG Signifier. Shout out to him. And a video of his, he had me pondering black people criticizing black people in public only further fucks us up in front of people that don't like black people. Even if those same people that don't like black people are supporting the black people that we're checking. Doesn't make us look good.
It's terrible. Go back to that. Oh, I didn't even just.
There was another one.
What was that? It said I cracked something.
Oh, that when they were talking about the colorism debate. Um, I guess Talib Kweli felt offended because he felt that Maya Moody was saying that his wife wasn't black enough or something. I'll be honest with you, the man always exaggerates everything he says or everything said to him. Someone said to him, and I have screenshots of this, that they were gonna get his daughter, that they were gonna date his daughter and get her pregnant. And then he said, "You're gonna rape my daughter?" But the guy actually said, "Nah, I'm gonna take your daughter out. I'm gonna make her fall in love, and I'm gonna give you a mixed grandchild." That was exactly what he tweeted, actually.
Oh wow.
And then Talib Kweli said, "You're gonna rape my daughter," blah blah blah. And then he started screaming on the internet. It was crazy. And then he posted a video of the man's home afterwards on Twitter.
Oh wow.
Hey, that's what got him booted from Twitter.
No, he didn't get suspended on Twitter. The other guy did. Talib Kweli didn't get suspended until it made the news that he was harassing Maya Moody. He had a regular pattern of harassing black women and just random people on the internet.
Damn.
I mean, there's
Goodness.
been articles previously written about this by like Junot Joyner. Junot Joyner was he has a Medium article about it. I'm Facebook friends with him. You can ask him. From American Idol.
But
Cool. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
cool. So,
Didn't know.
what are we gonna do about our biggest influences turning on your ideals?
Is he really an influencer anymore? All he does is argue online and do like um you know
Well, at least
nostalgic tours.
from a musical standpoint and a thought process standpoint, he was influential on my youth and my teenage years, at least. Everyone else is listening to the latest, greatest. I mean, I love Ludacris and Dipset and 50 Cent and all of that. But I was I was listening to Talib. I was listening to Jedi Mind Tricks. I was listening to uh, everyone else. Cain and Abel.
Listen,
I was.
he's still dropping music, right?
Is it as quality as before?
No, no, just yes or no. He's still dropping new music, right?
I don't know if he dropped anything recently. He has his radio podcast on Up Rocks.
Yeah, because I mean, how many people under the age of 30 know his name?
That's a good question. Well, just
Without having to Google him or
watch his podcast.
like, I mean, how many kids know Joe Budden's name? Well, Joe Budden's is a little bit different,
I
but
mean, he almost fought Migos. Of course, he know his name.
yeah,
He
that's
chased
all.
down a Ford Fusion on Forty Rock.
So I need you to understand they know they probably know him because he fought the Migos and for not a reason.
They've heard "Pump It Up" in the school jams. I've been to them schools. They still play that song.
Yes, but still. He is more relevant than
Yeah,
Talib
lighter.
Kweli, but Talib Kweli at this point is only relevant because he's the guy that
That's fire.
basically strong armed Elon
Yes.
Musk into giving him back his Twitter.
So he bullied a bully.
Here's the thing though. So I have a screenshot where Talib Kweli said on Instagram that, oh no, hate speech, blah blah blah. So that hate speech increased and that he doesn't mess with Nazis like Elon. And I'm like, but Dave Chappelle hangs out with Elon Musk, and you're hanging out with the both of them on stage at a show.
But Kim Wolfine joke. Shit.
Do you understand any of that? Because he said, oh, I have no interest, blah blah blah. And I'm like, but he's hanging out with him.
I don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
Yeah, it's politics. Is it hanging with the enemy?
Don't meet your
Are you
heroes.
supposed to hang with the enemy? Who are you supposed to hang with? Your friends and family? I thought I want to hang with people who love me, not people who hate me. Because if I'm hanging
I
with,
hang out with the people that wear flowers in their hair. Cause at the end that smoke weed because I can't do this.
I hang out with we heads that like music and dancing and having fun.
Yes, with flowers in their hair.
Sometimes.
If not flowers being lit up.
love it.
Noticeable.
Yeah, hanging with like-minded folks, I think is important. You
And
know.
if they're not like minded, at least if they smoke, then y'all talk about sports. Cause sometimes I don't know shit about sports, but
Oh well, that's my whole other.
yeah,
No,
but I mean let's talk football.
I'm a Giants fan. We have a big game coming up on Sunday night
I don't want to talk about
against
football no
Washington.
more.
We play. It's a big game because the last time we played Washington, Washington and us tied. Giants are coming off of a 48-point um, loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. It's horrible, but we're still in it. Just got to win. One game at a time. It's an NFL. You just got to get the win. That's it. You get the win.
Listen, all we need is the wild card, as usual.
Right. So once we get the win, you're going to then play the Vikings, and that's a huge game. But one game at a time. Then after the Vikings, you have the Colts, and then you end with the Eagles again. So you might be able to get your revenge on the last game. Because now think about it. They already got in the playoffs. Yeah. Is Jalen even going to be playing when we play them? Shoot, just saying. You don't want to be hurt. What you got to play in the game for? It's going to be interesting, that game. They're already in.
I'll probably tune in.
So it's going to be interesting. Let's just get into the playoffs. We haven't had this type of record in a while. It's been years, so we have a shot at the playoffs. I think we haven't played the playoffs in like at least 8 years. It's terrible. Since Eli won the Super Bowl, I think that was 2011.
I was pregnant and I gave birth to my son. We beat Aaron Hernandez that year. So that's the last year that we won the Super Bowl. The year that Aaron Hernandez was playing. Beat him. And I was
Eli's
infamous
sideline pass to Montgomery. Great catch.
Well, there was 2008 when I was pregnant. That was Plaxico. Every time I'm pregnant with a boy, the Giants win the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's so funny.
So
Where were you? Okay, so I think a Super Bowl question to ask people. Where were you the Super Bowl when the New York Giants beat the Patriots when they were undefeated when David Tyree made that catch? What setting were you in? Were you at a bar? Were you at home? Were you at a party? Where were you during that Super Bowl? Who were you around? What were you wearing? What were you eating? That's the question I'm putting out there in the universe. That's a dope question.
There's buffalo chicken dip involved, chicken wings. I think there was rice, a
Let
bunch
y'all
of
think on
snacks,
that.
chips and Doritos and tortillas, dip, salsa, cheese, everything. I think we had a spinach dip too. We had a damn feast for that game because room full of Giants fans and a couple Patriots fans and a bunch of people who remain neutral because they hate both teams.
Okay.
Who did the Super Bowl halftime that year?
I don't even remember.
Okay, that's something.
I know I watched it two different places. Shout out to my friend Brett. I'm pretty sure I was with Brett watching that game at Brett's house on Prospect in Hartford. Watched the first half there and then went home and watched the second half, and that's when they won. It's history. That's a historical Super Bowl. Go down in history. We always talk about that. Where were you at during the Super Bowl?
I wanted to be last. And I'm going to tell you why. I was pregnant with my son Jamie, sitting on the floor on the phone with my friend Dante, who is a Patriots fan. I was on MySpace. I had been talking mad shit. Mad shit.
On
Your
MySpace?
feed is gone.
Huh?
Your feed is gone.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Hold on.
So she's telling us the MySpace days.
Oh no. So
Remember when?
So I had posted on MySpace earlier in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
What year was this again?
2008.
Uh,
So I'm pregnant with Jamie.